Good day to you. I would love to continue with my talk on near-death experience. And there are a few people who are very famous because of that. And the person I want to refer to today is a woman called Anita Moorjani, who was born in 1959. And in 2006, she was filled with cancer and went to hospital where all her organs failed. And she accounted more or less the same experience that I spoke of a few videos ago of my experience of near death. And she said she had said that she felt very, very, very elated, and she levitated above her body. And she felt a serenity, and she felt a peace. And when she came back into her body then healed completely. And my suggestion is, Anita Moors, you could Google her, and then you will also read her account and see that this is not very unusual that people experience near death, or experience going on the other side, what we could call the afterlife or the other side of the veil. Now, it is not an unusual thing to experience that, because sometimes we can say even during sleep we experience sort of when afterlife, because we leave our bodies for a short while and go in this so-called dream state. And in the same way, as I'm telling you, is that this near-death experience gives you a sense where you don't fear death anymore. You do not fear that this body will one day demise, that this body will fall apart, because you, the person in the body, you, yes, you, are an everlasting being. You are a soul, and your soul is not living in your body. Your soul is around your body. Your soul is simply taking this body and filling it with life. And when you experience this, what I also said in the previous state, this near death, you feel that you are above your body. You can actually see with your eyes your own body. And this is what Anita also says in her tape, or says on the video on YouTube. You can also Google it and see on YouTube, Anita Moorhouse, and you'll see the same experiences that she had. And you can, if you wish to, Google many such cases of people who had sometimes even saw Jesus, or went to hell, for example, or met the devil, or whatever. It doesn't matter what happened to them. My suggestion is very interesting. You will meet the experience you have that's last on your mind. That's what I also told you before. I said, if your mind, or if in your thoughts you are filled with fear, and you leave this world and you die, then you will have a fear-based situation. You'll have a situation where you'll experience exactly that which you fear, because I also explained there are two laws in the universe. And the laws are, anything that you can imagine, you can be, do, and have, if you can imagine it vividly and clearly, right? And you attract everything that you fear, because fear is a very strong magnet. Now, not only in this life, so that means if you leave this life, you attract the same things in the other life. So if you fear hell, and you think that you're going to hell, you might have the experience of hell in the other life. If you did bad things, you might even experience demons coming after you to take your soul, which we sometimes see depicted in films. However, the good news is that since you are all from God, you are part of God, you're part of Prime Creator, you are part of Prime Source, or the Source. The Source is living within you, and the Source would not want, or God as it were, would not want you to perish or your soul get lost, when you die, you have again the opportunity of going back to God, being back with the one. Because let's face it, the truth of the matter is we are all one. So God is universe, the whole universe, and you are part of God. And so if you leave this physical body, bear in mind, you are going back to God, unless, of course, you decide, your soul or the part of you that's the essence of you, you decide you want to come back to this earth in another form because you would like to make some more experiences, right? This possibility is also given to you. It is given to you to come back. And now, in these last days, I say last days because we are undergoing a magnificent change in the awareness in the earth's consciousness. And in these days, I say, fear not. Do not fear. Because just trust in yourself and then trust in God. And then if you leave this world, it's going to be the best time of your life because you are leaving the restrictions and the constrictions of this physical life. Now, this physical life is wonderful because you can use all your senses to see, smell, hear, touch, feel. That's okay. In the other world, you have the consciousness. And this consciousness, the you in you, you are actually taking with you. All right? So when you leave this world. So my suggestion to you is, whoever is watching this tape, my dear beloved, do not, I say this again, do not be afraid when you pass on or when you are in the experience of passing on. Do not be afraid. God is with you, within you, and He will send all sorts of helpers to help you make this part, make this parting, make this transition. I was looking for the word transition. And He will send everything so that you can make this transition. So it is a real thing. So when you die, you don't disappear. You know, you simply, the bigger part of you, the higher part of you, simply leaves the body and goes on to other adventures. Believe me, this is my truth, and I hope you can feel that this would be your truth as well. Thank you very much indeed. Bye.